Hey everyone, this is Shadow Libra. I'm back! I'm talking theories again. I have become irrelevant in the FNAF community by now, but I'm back. The channel is in a bit of disrepair, but I will rebuild it from the ground up. So Ruin is out, and there's a lot of talk. Most people have been going on about the Mimic showing up and whether or not he is the same as Burntrap. I have my stances on stuff regarding Mimic and if Tales from the Pizzaplex is in the games or not, but for this video, I want to focus on something different. Ruin has 3 endings to it. It seems like the canon ending is the one where Gregory cuts the elevator and lets you die, as that is the ending you get playing normally, and it is the only ending that has a voice line play after the credits.
Cassie.
But what about the other endings? There is one crazy ending where you're being chased by the Mimic, but if you don't follow Gregory's instructions and you go left instead of right, you will find an old cutout of Fredbear. Then, if you put on the Vanny mask in front of the cutout, you will find yourself in a fake reality. You will be on the hill from the Pizza Sim ending, where Gregory, Vanessa, and Helpy are eating ice cream, and Gregory says he found a spot to hide.
I'm okay. I found a spot to hide.
The credits will then roll. This is clearly Cassie getting stuck inside of a fake reality, while the Mimic kills her. It actually reminds me a lot of Under Construction and Somnophobia. At the end of both of those stories, our main characters are brutally killed as their souls are forever doomed inside of a fake reality. Maya in Under Construction died in an AR booth and her soul wandered in a world similar to hers but not quite. While with Sam in Somnophobia, he got his soul trapped in a false memory of his while he was being eaten alive by a dog. When Cassie puts on the Vanny mask in this moment, the same thing seems to happen to her. Her soul enters this false world, while the Mimic is ripping her up limb by limb. The other ending in this game is the Scooper ending. This is the one I want to focus on. To unlock the Scooper ending, you have to find secret cameras spread across the game to unlock this secret room during the Mimic chase. When you get to the chase, the Mimic will be in a costume. He will chase you into the secret room, and you must push a button which then allows some sort of claw to grab onto the Mimic and kill him. The files call this the Scooper ending. Now, first off, the Mimic's costume, looking at it, it seems to be a combination of all the spare costumes the Mimic hides in during the Tales epilogues. He has a yellow cat paw, a monkey-like face, the mushroom top, and even a blue dog ear. All of these appear in the Tales epilogues. But why would the Mimic make this costume for himself? Well, if you take a look at this costume and take a look at Gregory, they both have a white face, brown hair, a blue shirt, and even light brown pants. Throughout the game, the Mimic is constantly copying Gregory's voice, trying to convince us he is Gregory. I believe this costume is the Mimic attempting to look like Gregory too. So then this claw that grabs the Gregory imposter, what is that? Well, like I've already said, the files call this the Scooper ending, and when you push the button to activate the claw, you hear a very familiar sound. It's quite literally the same noise the Scooper made in Sister Location. So that leaves the question, is the Scooper in Ruin the same Scooper we saw in Sister Location? Now, I can understand why most people would say no at first. In Sister Location, the Scooper didn't have claws or a giant needle, but look around the scooping room in Ruin, and you see toolboxes with Glamrock Freddy's face on it, showing us someone with modern Fazbear Entertainment tech has been down there. That person most likely being Vanessa, since in Security Breach we learned she forced Glamrock Freddy to clear the path to lead her to Henry's old labyrinth.
I know what this is. I have been here before. She brought me here. I found myself for the first time when I cleared the path. I did not want to, but I had no choice.
The Scooper could have easily been modified by Vanessa when she was down there. This needle could have very well existed in the Scooper before, and it's just more visible after the modifications. Remember, William did originally build the Scooper so he could inject Remnant into the fun times. But what reason would Vanessa have for modifying the Scooper? Let's take a look at Burntrap. Now, yes, I do believe Burntrap and Mimic are the same character. I know there's controversy on that right now, but we know the Mimic can change up its endo to fit into any suit, and the Mimic in the Tales epilogues literally has rabbit ears. What would be the point of giving him rabbit ears if he isn't Burntrap? Now, the reason I see Vanessa coming down here was most likely to insert the glitch trap virus into the Mimic. This is another thing I should go over briefly. Yes, I do believe glitch trap is the Mimic 1 program, but that doesn't mean the original Mimic model built by Edwin would have the glitch trap virus inside him. I'm going to make a video where I explain my beliefs when it comes to Mimic and glitch trap, but to sum it up for this video, Mimic 1 is what creates glitch trap, but glitch trap is not part of the original Mimic endo. I believe the reason Vanessa comes down to the old pizzeria is so she can put glitch trap into the Mimic, then modify his endo a bit, put William's old corpse on him, and lastly fit him into the old spring Bonnie suit. The reason Vanessa would need to modify the scooper is for William's corpse. William Afton's final appearance is in Pizzeria Simulator, where he is in the Scrap Trap suit. However, if you unsuit Scrap Trap, you will see William doesn't have much flesh left on him anymore. He is basically just a skeleton now. He doesn't even have a left arm anymore. It is sharpened out of bone. Yet, when we see his corpse on Burntrap, a lot of the meat seems to have grown back, including his left arm. To explain how William regrowing his corpse is possible, let's look at the ending of Sister Location. Michael had just gotten scooped, and Ennard is using him as a skin suit. We see Michael's body slowly rot throughout the days, until it gets to the point where his body is unwearable and Ennard aborts. But right after Ennard leaves the body, we hear Elizabeth talk to Michael.
You won't die. 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 You won't die.
Then suddenly Michael gets up. Michael had just died, but Elizabeth spoke to him in the scene and revived him. Michael was revived by Elizabeth, most likely from her memories of him, as memories has been shown to be the way one can get revived from the dead in this series, shown in the Fourth Closet and Frailty. When Michael is back, we see his eyes regrow. Memories are what create the remnant in a person. Every living thing in the FNAF universe, such as humans, animals, and even plants, have memories, which also means they all store remnant inside them. Memories become remnant when you mix those memories with something physical. For example, in FNAF 3, we see William melt the endos of the FNAF 1 animatronics and trap the spirit's memories in the now melted into one endo. This creates remnant. It is a mix of all the spirit's memories trapped in one melted object. Then William ejects the remnant of each of the spirits into the Funtime animatronics, which causes the Funtimes to become more sentient and almost alive. Remnant is also shown to heal and revive. In the Fourth Closet, we see Michael Brooks mix his remnant with a drawing to heal Carlton's stab wound through his heart. In Frailty, we see Jessica mix her remnant with her heart pendant to revive children who have either died or she heals children who are very sick and close to dying. Lastly, in Sister Location, we see Elizabeth mix her remnant with a part of Ennard's endo left in Michael's body to bring Michael back to life. We see Michael's eyes grow back, and since remnant is known to heal over time, Michael's body must have fully healed itself to how he originally looked. The reason I'm going on about this is because Vanessa would have had to use remnant for that same purpose, to grow back most of William's corpse. That would explain why the scooper would get modified. Vanessa modified it so she could use the scooper on Burntrap, and that way the corpse would regrow to look more fleshy. How would Vanessa get the remnant? Well, I believe that's why we are told at the end of Security Breach that 9 kids have gone missing at the Pizzaplex. Heck, we know that an incident happened at the Pizzaplex before Security Breach, which caused the place to temporarily close. We see a message in one of the duffel bags that say, "Why did they reopen? Everyone knows what happened to those kids." However, the plotline of the missing kids never really goes anywhere, unless, is it possible the reason Vanessa killed 9 kids is so she could use their remnant and get it into the scooper, then use that to scoop Burntrap and inject him with remnant, which then regrows William's body and makes it more fleshy. I think that makes the most sense, and it would put closure on this plotline, which outside of Security Breach has been ignored elsewhere. The last thing to talk about is, if that is the original scooper, wouldn't that make the Mimic's hideout circus babies? Yes, it would. For the past couple years, I believe the Pizza Sim location is actually a repurposed Fredbear's Family Diner. My reasoning for this has been the fact that we all know the Pizzaplex was built over the Pizza Sim location, but also if you wander through the Pizzaplex, you find the Afton living room from Sister Location. As we all know, Sister Location is below the Afton household, and the Afton household is right next to Fredbear's, as shown on the breaker room map. If a room from the Afton house is in the Pizzaplex, then that would mean Fredbear's has to be nearby, right? What pizza place do we see nearby? Pizza Sim. A pizzeria with a big red door entrance just like Fredbear's in the FNAF 4 minigames. While that is enough to draw a connection to Fredbear's and Pizza Sim, let's look at what Ruin shows us. Under the pizza place in Ruin, we find an old cutout of Fredbear eating an ice cream. Why would there be a Fredbear cutout in the Pizza Sim location unless that location was once Fredbear's? If Pizza Sim is Fredbear's, that would mean Circus Babies has to be under it too. During the Mimic chase, we actually run past a fan that looks like it came right out of Sister Location. We have established that the scooper is under the pizza place too. Heck, if you look at the floor tiles in the Ruin version of the scooping room, they look exactly how they did in Sister Location. And when Cassie runs into the elevator, we learn there's even more underground to be discovered. The elevator is shown to be able to go deeper underground. I believe the deeper you go under the Pizzaplex, you will eventually find Circus Babies, entertainment, and rentals. To sum up the theory, I believe that what we are shown in-game suggests Pizza Sim is a repurposed Fredbear's, and Circus Babies is deep below the Pizzaplex. I believe the scooper at the end of Ruin is the same one we saw in Sister Location, and I believe there may even be more DLCs added for Security Breach, as when the game released, if you looked in the files, there is actually a menu to select which DLC you want to play. So it does look like Security Breach will get even more DLCs in the future. And I believe in those DLCs, it is most likely that we will explore Circus Babies. Thank you all for watching. The next video will be talking about the Mimic, and I will also do a video explaining what you need to know about the Tales from the Pizzaplex books, and how it impacts the story of both Security Breach and Ruin. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, there's links to my Discord, Instagram, and Twitter in the description. Thank you all for watching. Bye, everyone!